Hi, and welcome to the next episode of Belly to Belly. And today we're going to talk about preparing for SelectUSA. And we're joined by two good friends, Emily and Maria from California's GoBiz office. Welcome to you both.
Thank you, Bill. It's good to be here.
So, Emily, maybe we'll start with you, and let's talk a little bit about. Obviously, if you can introduce yourselves in terms of your roles, but thinking about the companies that are coming to SelectUSA, and obviously many are interested in California. Maybe you could also talk a little bit about what GoBiz does to help companies entering the state of California.
Yeah, absolutely. Very happy to do that. And thanks again for having us on the podcast. Maria and I love talking about SelectUSA. We really look forward to the event, but we really see it as something that, happens throughout the course of the year, and it, culminates in one event, but activity that we take place in over the course of the year. So Emily Desai, I serve as the Deputy Director for the International Affairs and Trade team at the California Governor's Office of Business and Economic Development, or GoBiz. That's how we're commonly referred to. In that capacity, I oversee the international team. So we have a great group. Our primary responsibilities are really attracting FDI, helping promote exports, and doing a lot of international affairs for the fifth largest economy in the world. So it's a great job. It's a great team. Today I have Maria Onorato, who is our FDI specialist, but I thought it would actually be fun, Bill, to let you know on this podcast. So Maria was our FDI specialist, but she was actually promoted today to our FDI program manager. Yeah.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So we thought that'd be fun to announce. So Maria oversees our FDI portfolio. So Maria, maybe I'll kick it over to you to introduce yourself and maybe answer that first question from Bill.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Emily. So GoBiz is the state's leader for job growth, economic development, and business assistance efforts. We work with international companies from all over the world, from every sector, to help them land and grow in California. We can help with a lot of different elements to make their business success happen here. We support on incentive navigation. There are a lot of incentives to be aware of in the state: incentives for innovators, incentives for manufacturers, incentives for job creators. We can also help with permit support and finding the right location for your business. This is a very large state. So in order to do what we do, we work closely with our local partners from all across California. They're really best positioned to help navigate local resources, plug expanding companies into existing industry clusters, and really help them to hit the ground running. So we're always happy to make introductions to our local partners for companies that might have a community in mind. We're also happy to brainstorm different communities that might work for your business. When it comes to finding the right location, another thing we can do is support with our free and confidential site selection process. So businesses can tell us the specifics of what they're looking for in a site, and we can distribute that information to our local partners to identify suitable locations. This is a great service for, say, manufacturers that might have specific requirements for their facility, ceiling heights, proximity to ports, whatever it may be. We can help find the right location for you.
Maria, I think that's spot on.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that, we understand that starting a business when you're thousands of miles away is difficult. Maria pointed out to, many of the things that we do to support companies. We're always here to help navigate, concerns about, resources, helping, tap into the right, state agencies. Last year, we helped over 50 different countries, I think. So business owners, large and small, from really all over the world. So we know that those foreign businesses have unique needs and questions. One thing we also have is an international investor starter packet that provides specific resources and guidance really on some of the nitty gritty details. So things like guidance on how to submit a certificate of good standing or its equivalent in non-English, and which team to work with at the Secretary of State to ensure that folks are providing the correct documentation. So there's a lot that we can do to support those foreign companies.
Between the two of you, that's such a great overview. And, actually this one thing that you said, Emily, at the beginning that I want to make sure our audience heard, which is California is the fifth largest economy in the world. I mean, it's just an insane sort of statistic and fact. So really impressive. Obviously, there's tons of interest always in California and doing business there. So Emily, you also mentioned off the top the sort of excitement about SelectUSA and it being an annual process, which I really think is very intelligent. But the event itself, for GoBiz and for California, why is participating in SelectUSA so important?
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe I'll start on that and then kick it over to Maria. California is proud to be the #1 U.S. state for jobs supported by foreign direct investment, by foreign-owned enterprises. So these companies contribute significantly to our overall employment. 1 in 5 California jobs, for example, is supported by international trade and investment. So we know how critical this is to that 5th largest economy in the world. Furthermore, we really value the talent, the diversity, the innovation that our international companies, bring to the state. And I would really underscore that diversity piece because that's something California champions. We really, really value the fact that our state is benefited by diverse voices, throughout the economy, and that's critical.
Yeah, I would just add to that, it's our priority to attract more international companies and help them land and thrive. That diversity that Emily really emphasized is such a key ingredient to the innovation that California is really famous for. So we participate in SelectUSA because it's a great way to get in front of those companies from all over the world, from every sector, to let them know California is a great destination for your business and there's a lot of resources available to help you hit the ground running and get started here.
And it's a great event, given the global reach, the diversity of the industries that are present. We're really looking to push our message in as many channels, markets, and sectors as we can. And SelectUSA really enables us to do that. We are really benefited by very close relationships with the federal government, our U.S. commercial service partners and their SelectUSA arm, of course, and other multipliers all over the world that we talk with on a daily basis. I mentioned those 50 countries we've worked with last year. We do that in part and parcel with our SelectUSA colleagues. So we host and participate in all kinds of virtual international, business attraction initiatives throughout the year. And again, SelectUSA is really the peak of that.
Yeah, a few people have referred to it as the Super Bowl or the World Cup of business expanding to the U.S.
That's right.
I think that's really apt. And I think, my kind of closing thought on both on SelectUSA and really on our foreign investment attraction work year round, like Emily had emphasized, is we are available. All of our services at GoBiz are completely free. All of our services at GoBiz are available to foreign companies. So if you have questions or thoughts or interest in getting started in California, give us a call, shoot us an email. We are here to help.
Brilliant. So thinking about our audience, again, these are, in some cases, companies that have already established operations in the US, and so they have some familiarity and they've traveled here and so on. And then other cases, the folks that are coming to SelectUSA in some cases haven't been to the US before, and this will be not just their first trip to SelectUSA, but the first trip to the US. In thinking about how they can take the best advantage of their time, both at SelectUSA and in the US in that week in June, what suggestions would you have for companies that are coming in terms of getting the most out of the experience?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to jump in here. I think my first recommendation would probably be to do some research about different communities within California that might be of interest for your business. California is a very large state, and like you've mentioned before, 5th largest economy in the world. So there's activity happening here across sectors. Every international company has heard of San Francisco and Los Angeles, but they're probably less familiar with other regions of the state which have terrific attributes for international companies as well. A lot of our communities everywhere in California have great resources for business, really unique industry clusters, and unparalleled sources of talent. So, in our delegation to SelectUSA, we're going to be leading an exceptional group of economic developers from all across California. We're proud to have geographic coverage from the entire state, from Humboldt in the north to Imperial in the south. And we're going to have a big flashy presence at the summit. A 20 by 20 foot booth will be marketed as a must-see destination. So come see us. The summit's a great opportunity to really get in front of those communities, ask any questions you might have, get a feel for opportunities in different parts of the state, and really find the right home for your business. In addition to the delegation that we're bringing to the summit, California actually has 2 dedicated spin-off events, one in Los Angeles prior to SelectUSA, one in San Francisco directly after SelectUSA. So, you know, while you're traveling, come visit us. Summer's a great time to be in California regardless, and that's a great time to really get your feet on the ground, get oriented and talk to people here in the state.
If I can just add, Bill, I think Maria is spot on there. And, you know, we're really proud to bring that delegation to, you know, use SelectUSA as a launching pad for the communities across the state to have the opportunity to get in front of, you know, not only, you know, their partners and EDOs across the state, but of course, the vetted investors. That is really the value add for SelectUSA. And obviously those folks are in the audience today. So just as Maria said, please come see us. You know, another element that I would recommend for those companies that are, you know, hopefully stopping by our booth or picking up the phone and giving us a call is, you know, we'd also like to have a conversation with you to sort of think beyond incentives. Incentives are critically important. We very much have, you know, a lot of resources for companies to help them with, you know, incentives in mind. You know, and there's a lot that they may be eligible for here in California, but they're not the whole story. So for a business to succeed, it's more than incentives. It's talent, it's customers, it's venture capital dollars. And that's something else, you know, that of course California offers in spades. And so we'd like to walk through the businesses, you know, those assets and those attributes too about the state. And, you know, if you're a clean tech company, for example, you need to locate somewhere that's championing that sector with policy supporting advancement in the industry and a consumer base that's enthusiastic about new technology and new innovation. In California, for example, we just sold our millionth zero emission vehicle. We're leading the way there. We're leading the way nationally. We're leading the way globally. So I think there's a lot that we can do to have those conversations with businesses that are really pushing the envelope and creating new industries.
This is the information you're sharing is so valuable. So my takeaway is contact you in advance, share information about what you're looking for, obviously meeting at the event itself, exchange, come prepared to understand which regions are particularly interesting for you so that the right connections can be made. And then wear comfortable shoes. I think after that is kind of the main suggestions. But no, it all sounded really good. Is and the idea that there are two spin-off events too, so that's really great. A great way to get people to the state and give them exposure to all the great attributes in California. This has been really helpful, and I really appreciate you both taking the time. We've been talking and working together for a couple of years now. I can't wait to meet you in June. It's going to be wonderful to finally get to an event together. So I can't wait to see you both.
Likewise, Bill, thank you so much for sharing your audience with us and giving us this opportunity to have a voice here. We're excited, looking forward to working with you and continuing our engagement and meeting with each and every business that's in the audience today.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations, Maria. Keep doing the good work.
Thank you so much, Bill. Looking forward to seeing you this summer too.
Fantastic. See you all soon. Oh, and I should tell our audience, sorry, like, subscribe, and we'll have the contact information in the description too. So see you all soon.
Bye, everyone.